Yeah, there will be no Brendan Shanahan on the ice for Team Canada tonight. Received a one-game suspension for what he says, I did a bad thing, in the game against the Russians on Thursday night in Vancouver. Alexander Semak, the guy they call KGB, gets a butt end or an elbow. Shanahan says it was a butt end up into Shanahan's throat. Shanahan wheels around and whack right in the face. Gives him all the lumber, and that picked up a one-game suspension. Shanahan will not be in the lineup, and Semak is lost for the balance of the tournament, I assume, with a fractured orbital bone, broken cheekbone.
Late last night, the word came down that Brendan Shanahan was not going to be in the lineup tonight. Talk about a kick in the head.
Yeah, it's bad news. You know, they had a good time in the first game, and I think our line played well, and I was really looking forward to this game against the Americans here in this new arena.
Surprised that the suspension came down, or do you look at it more as politics more than anything else?
Well, I did a bad thing, so I guess, you know...
But there were a lot of bad things in that game, and
yeah.
This is the only suspension that came out of it. I think that's what the surprise is.
I guess so, but, you know, a player got hurt, so, you know, on the one hand, I was surprised after the game when there was a lot of talk about it because I felt it was a pretty chippy game all the way around, but after when I heard the end result, I wasn't too surprised that people were looking for action.
Let's talk about this game. It's going to be difficult to watch it for a change because you will be in the press box.
Yeah, it's no fun watching games, especially these ones, because they're all so important. But, I mean, still a round-robin round here, so, you know, at least get another game in before the playoff round starts, and I'll try and hopefully not miss a beat and get back on track.
I still want to stick with the suspension thing for a little bit. You take a look at the Larionov two-hand slash to Eric Lindros. Nothing comes of that, and yet here you are ready to sit out a game.
Well, again, it seems in the NHL that, you know, we went by NHL rules, and they look at a guy's injury more than the intent. I think Larionov's intent was to take Eric out of the tournament. Yeah. It was a full windup, and certainly it warrants at least a review, if not a suspension.
I think the fear that Canadian hockey fans have is that it sends a message to this American team of what will and will not be tolerated.
Well, you know, all we can worry about, we can't worry about the politics. All we can worry about is playing hockey. We got enough depth to replace any player on this team, so the game will go on tonight. Everybody hopefully will have a great game. We'll win it, and we're right back on track, and we're worrying less about the politics. The Russian coach, he can talk politics all he wants. That's the old game. Right now, we're just concentrating on what goes on the ice.
What does the team have to do to beat the Americans?
It's going to be a real physical game, a highly emotional game. I think a big key is going to be staying more disciplined, not retaliating, spending less time in the penalty box. Especially teams have been, you know, really important so far in this tournament.
Well, enjoy your limited time in the press box. Don't eat the food, okay?